Alright, we are back. So, who remembers what happened last week?
Shot an Inquisitor in the head.
Who doesn't
Figured
these
out
days?
We have a
that
label.
Sutton was here in the disguise as General Winters and fucked everything up and broke the suppression field that was keeping What's-Her-Bucket, the telepath.
Maya Strauss?
Yes, Maestros.
And we're going to a party.
And yes, we figured out what was going on, dealt with some mind-controlled stormtroopers, and eventually agreed under duress from both parties to bring her along in exchange for her life, and she'll help out against Hussar and Sutton, maybe.
Yep. Or she at least told you she would help you get to the world without getting shot down immediately.
Minor risk.
Alright.
I mean, getting shot down. We're used to it.
So, leaving the vault, you have been given a number of sealed containers. So, everyone, go into your journal and see if you have access to the items. I can. I'll hit show to player.
Oh, over here.
Where? Oh, there it is. Journal.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Ah, I see what I did wrong. Okay, not that big a deal.
As yet, I see nothing.
Alright, I'm changing it right now. Just learning a few tricks. There we are. Funny enough, I've never actually done this before. Wait,
I mean, good learning experience.
did I put them the right? There we are. And finally, one Mr. Ed. There we are. So it should be, all of your stuff should be there now.
This would be under character sheet journal?
Nope, if you click in the upper, there's like the chat, and then there's like a little journal section. Yep.
I got it. Cool.
Aha.
Wait, where is it?
So you see what like the chat thing is in the upper right?
Yes.
Go over to the right a little bit, and there's like a little bit of paper, and it's called journal. My thing's gonna look a little different from yours because I'm the GM.
Okay, I see it. Journal. Okay.
So the containers open up, and we'll start, I guess, at the top of my list. Eve Ward pulls out a master-crafted bolt gun, and she can see it contains both an underslung flamer as well as a chain. So in essence, a chain knife that's being attached as the bayonet, as well as a small card that is, well, not a card, but like a metal plaque that has been bolted to the container that gives a item description. In Guard Defils, it's a smaller box, but it is an Infernal pistol, and in each, the Infernal pistol contains another, also underslung flamer for giving it both the Melta and Flamer abilities, as well as a similar metal plaque that has been bolted to the container to describe it. Within Watchmakers is a fine set of master-crafted armor with hexachromatic wards as well as a Rosarius attached to it. And finally, in Tigos is a master-crafted hammer, pure black, so black it almost absorbs light, that similarly has a description bolted to the container. And I don't know if you guys want to read it out loud or what you want to do with it.
Yeah, I'll read mine.
Okay.
Watchmaker got a unique set of armor called the Raiment of the Palace. It's a set of light power armor that contains respirator, comlink, photovisor, targeter, recoil suppression sleeves, and can hold a basic weapon in the back. It's been covered in hexagrammic wards, and it bears a built-in Rosarius force field generator. The Raiment of the Palace is a suit of armor gifted to Cardinal Vogt from the Adeptus Mechanicus when he took up his duties at the Imperial Palace. The armor eventually found its way to Inquisitor Yarrow in 774 Millennium 38 and was used in the Purge of Triton. Yarrow and a small band of acolytes took refuge at the governor's mansion and remained under siege from separatists for 8 months. They held off the heretics until a relief force of Black Templars arrived, and Yarrow led a counterattack, wading through Lay's gunfire with complete fearlessness. The armor was recovered from his body following the assault. Some good shit right there.
Yeah. Who wants to read theirs? Hee hee. I'll just nominate you. Jeremy, you're up.
Gar opens the box to find Luther Hellsight's Ordo Hereticus Inferno pistol, which was custom built for the Ordo Hereticus. It was used by Inquisitor Knight during his investigation into the Children of Pestilence. He used the Inferno pistol to burn almost 300 Nurgle cultists in a single day on the planet Calyx, with the help of a squad of Deathwatch Space Marines. Following Inquisitor Knight's death, it was used by his protege, Inquisitor Luther Hellsight. The Inferno pistol saw a large amount of use during Hellsight's career, including stopping the assassination of the Bishop Pell on Necromunda, circa 971 M41. The Inferno pistol was eventually recovered from Laren 9K following Hellsight's disappearance.
All right. Ed.
Right. So Tigo opens up his box and it has a Hammer of the Witches. This hammer was used by Cyrus the Pure, circa 37-8 Millennium 36, near the end of the Age of Apostasy, with Space Marine chapters engaging the insane Van Dyne on Holy Terra. It was the warrior Cyrus who acted to defend the world of Terra from the Chaos Psyker Hadrius Vex and his mysterious demonic patrons. Breaking through Vex's forces, Cyrus ignored the intense psychic barrage the Vex unleashed on him and struck him down with a single mighty blow.
All right. And finally, Jocelyn.
Is it called His Will and His Wrath?
Yep.
Okay, so Eve opens a box and gets a bolt gun called His Will and His Wrath, and this bolt gun was made for the Crusader General Angela Varro during a campaign to reconquer worlds lost to Orc Wog. 238 M36. Crusader Varro was successful in her attack and then gifted the bolt gun to the Inquisition. It was passed through the hands of several different Inquisitors and has been used by Inquisitor Oak during the ruination of Grell, and then by Inquisitor Ferris at the Eternal Midnight. The bolt gun was eventually declared a holy artifact after a difficult battle on Nerva when Ordo Xenos was tracking, I don't know how to say that word, Hirsute?
Hirsute? Yep.
Xenos of the Akari species. A miscommunication led to Inquisitors of Ordo Hereticus being dispatched instead, and although unprepared, they eventually prevailed over their hairy tricks. It has an underslung hand flamer and a chain blade bayonet.
Nice.
And grants the wielder instrument of his will, which I have to look up.
Oh, that thing is awesome.
Yes.
Coffee.
You didn't
when it says reload full, do I just put 30 then?
It just means it takes a full action to reload it.
Oh, okay.
But Jocelyn, you didn't even get my pun. They prevailed over the hairy ticks.
I still don't get it.
Heretics.
Oh, okay. Well done.
I'll have to teach you to step up your game a little, Ian.
Aw, but they're...
If it makes you feel better, I liked it. It's just
Fair
I'm a
enough.
monster.
Fair enough. Anyway,
Internally, I shook my head.
But the other thing is I will be showing this to everyone, so everyone is allowed to see the various items. Because I actually had to spend like 2 hours on all this.
You did good.
Thank you.
Yeah. I like the backstory. I wasn't expecting like that whole backstory of it, like that.
I thought it'd be cool to give everybody like some like special
Unique
artifacts.
thing.
How do I delete a weapon from my ranged weapons?
Hit modify and there's a trash can.
I wonder if that works on.
Hang on, let me get over here.
Oh, wait, I don't want to delete that because is it, which one do I not have? The hotshot lasgun?
Let me take a look. Lou, I believe you don't have your silenced auto pistol, your hand flamer.
Well, I have it now because it's on the
Yeah, it's
thing.
built into the thingy. Yep.
So I can keep a separate thing for it, right?
Yeah, you can keep separate for it. And then, all right, yep, you got it. Great.
I'm just gonna put this in. Dandy.
Yep. Also, if we ever do more 40k stuff, we should create relics that were either held by or used by our characters. Yeah.
That'd be interesting. It would definitely be like I'd have to familiarize myself with the 42nd like melody, the actual like plot progression. I was thinking like a Deathwatch campaign that is a prequel to this, taking place like some 60 years ago.
Nice.
But
for the Chainblade bayonet, it says 1d10 rending, pen 2 tearing. How do I put that into?
that'd be count as a melee weapon. It would technically count as a spear because it's attached to the item, but it would basically give. I believe it gives the spear gives.
What's proven 3, by the way?
It means you can't roll less than 3 for a damage.
2.
Anytime you would roll a 1 or a 2, or you re-roll them so you get higher than that.
Let's see, a spear. Yeah. It counts as a spear in that it's like considered a two-handed weapon, so you basically gotta like stabbo somebody with your like the end of your gun.
Stabbo. Is that the sound effect? Stabbo!
It is if I wrote comics.
Ah!
Dark Heresy.
But the specific weapon you're looking for is considered a chain blade, which is basically just a knife that somebody made a chainsaw out of.
Then where do I find the will of the instrument of his will on the Dark Heresy quick reference?
It's a trait.
I believe it is a talent.
Yeah, it's a talent. Tier 3.
Talents. Okay.
But-
It is hold up, I got it in my notes.
After making a successful attack against a demon, this can include striking it with a psychic power, the character may spend a fate point to increase the damage of the first hit they inflict as part of that attack by an amount equal to twice his willpower bonus. And it ignores armor and toughness.
Yep.
So, I mean, just being able to do a flat, I think for you it'd be like 6 extra damage, because your willpower is like 30 something.
Yeah, you need 50 normally, I think, to get it.
Yeah,
That's where I dumped all my points.
but you don't have to worry about that no more. But Ed, I'm glad you like the hammer.
I do.
This
Yeah,
is
okay.
Melta type, so I need to get.
I need.
It's
to add-
Yeah. Oh, you don't. Yeah. I would like for the items themselves. If you don't have training in it, you're considered to have training in it, because they're like I'm calling them basically like, artifact weapons. I guess would be a good term for it.
I mean, I'm sure I can afford the thing to get it.
I mean, it's like I think it's 100 XP for it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, this game is really like you can have all the weapons.
Missed my Stormbolter. I'm pretty sure that one got blowed up, but I had the plasma gun, so.
I mean, you could also currently do influence rolls.
Ah, yes. It's not a bad idea.
Am I gonna be healed up?
Yeah, it's gonna be like it's gonna be a 3-week journey from the vault to.
And I can remove my fatigue then?
Yep. But yeah, it's gonna be, so basically everyone would have enough time to heal up between as plus I'm assuming your guys are making like one quick stop off
Yeah.
to resupply.
I don't.
Use the bathroom, because if you don't before we're ready, we're gonna fight the demon.
I don't think this would have mattered in the previous sessions. I forgot I had Death Dealer.
Oh yeah, well whatever. You kill so quickly, it
Always
just
use
doesn't
the bathroom
matter.
before we fight the demon.
Jesus, if you put all the modifiers I have together now.
Yep. This is what I've been doing with my sniping shots, because it's easier. It's easier to stack things with ranged, because you've got like the aim bonus. But it's very much a game of like, once you know how to customize and tune up your goodies and get the right talents for them, it becomes rocket tag at high levels.
Yeah.
Let's see, I have Death Dealer.
I think
Crushing
that.
Blow.
Does aim bonus let you do? Aim bonus actually works with both ranged and melee.
Yeah, though it's a little easier because that long las, that was my main weapon for the longest time, has an ability where you get up to +2 damage dice to represent it being a sniper weapon, like getting a critical hit.
It's kind of funny that that was like your main weapon for a really long time until it got melted, and you're just like, I got better now. You just collected the nonsense.
Deny the Witch. Use willpower to evade
This would be
psychic
good,
attacks. I'll need to remember I have this now.
Deny the witch. But, alright. So if anybody wants to do like 1 or 2 influence rolls just to indicate that you are in a rush, and thus can't do the full like resupply you normally would.
Yeah. I'm gonna see
I'll be right back.
about trying to use my Imperial Guard contacts plus my new clout as an Inquisitor to get some grenades for one of my roles. Let
Okay,
me
definitely.
see which grenade types I want. Come on, grenades and missiles. Crack seems like a good idea, though those are more anti-vehicle. And again, they're pretty fucking strong.
Yeah,
There's also special anti-demon grenades, but I feel like I'm probably not likely to get them.
you could try, but whatever you so desire.
I'm just looking at the options here.
Did Gar and Tigo want anything?
I'm looking
Yeah,
through right
can I
now.
roll for some armor wards?
Yeah. What are
Some
the...
True Silver Filigree looks pretty useful.
Yep, I have one.
Let's see
I'm
here.
gonna try and get that.
Okay.
I roll influence.
Gar has successfully... Yep.
Oh, I didn't put the modifier.
It doesn't matter. If with the modifier, it would have been a
30.
It would have been a 42. Not a, so you actually still got them.
Nice.
So, at a quick stop off meeting with a Adeptus Mechanicus vessel, you have been able to get some of the Adeptus Mechanicus tech priests to inlay the true silver into your armor.
Nice.
So, wait, is this the plate from the feudal world, or did you upgrade
This is
something?
the Enforcer Light characteristic.
Ah, of course. Also,
wait,
very
did I switch to that plate? Hold on. What was I doing with that?
But they would place the true silver into your primary armor set that you wanted.
I forget what order I did armor in, like which one I ended up with. Hold on. Definitely had this. For some reason, I didn't even write down that feudal plate, but I remember that.
I remember you getting it, yeah. I think it was like really your only armor for a long time, or at least your only really good armor.
Yeah, then he upgraded it because he was tired of not being able to move as fast.
I still get a kick out of the fact that like the game doesn't actually say that, at least nowhere I've looked, that like las guns or the other stuff does more damage to it or like ignores more of it. I thought for sure there'd be like anything not low tech would have like double AP penetration. I guess AP just had double AP. But
yeah, I think I'm using the light carapace. It's the same armor, but it's lighter, so that would make sense since that's the one I was switched to.
I'm trying to see if there's anything useful. Jesus.
I believe carapace might give a does give a bonus against like getting burned.
Well, there's a mod you can put on it for a bonus against getting burned. There's the ceramite plating.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, Matt, the Rosarius is a force field.
Yep.
And any ally who can draw a line of sight to the Rosarius gets a +10 bonus to fear impending tests.
As long as I'm, like, functional.
Yeah, as long as you don't die or suffer critical damage.
So we have two Rosariuses now because I have one.
Yep.
Nice.
And I just forgot about it because we didn't really need it.
I guess I'll try this just to try it. I'm gonna roll for Iron Faith incense grenades. I'm guessing my Imperial contacts don't help me with securing these explosives.
Not these specific ones. If you wanted to like craft the Imperial Guard, could definitely get you something with that.
Yeah. So -40 on the roll.
Oh, and I almost forgot to mention all
Holy
of your
shit.
All right. So let's see here. That is 1 success followed by an additional 3. So I think it's 5 grenades total.
Nice.
Because of that. And I should mention, everyone, your armor and weapons are considered best quality.
Ooh.
Which is going to add to their stuff.
Let's see if I can...
Where does that, like, what would that, like, entail?
So for armor, best quality would add. Let's see here. Yeah, best quality craftsmanship. Okay. So for best quality, for armor, it would be maximum agility is increased by 10,
Nice.
and the armor points each location is covered by increases by 1.
Sweet.
Best quality for ranged weapons. Let's see here. It loses unreliable if it has it. If it doesn't have unreliable, it is considered reliable. And it never jams or overheats.
Sweet.
For melee weapons, best quality, it gets a plus 10 to all weapon skill tests made with it, and it increases damage by 1.
So, like,
Does that apply to the chain blade that's on the?
Yep, the entire suite is considered best quality.
so
Okay.
how would that work? So D10 plus 6 becomes D10, 2D11 plus 6?
Yeah, so if we take a look at your Hammer of the Witches, 2d10 plus 6, so it'll be 2d10 plus 7.
That would make more
Plus
sense.
7, okay.
Because
So
you always get a plus.
And what's
What would
the
mine
other?
be?
For the Chainblade,
Yeah, it's 1d10.
a Chainblade 1d10, so it'll be 1d10 plus 1.
And then what was the other part of the melee weapon?
You get a plus 10 to your weapon skill tests. So
what I have to remember that?
just remember it, yeah. You can put it in like the notes somewhere that says, hey, this thing is, I get an additional plus 10.
No.
So, I mean, I know Tito rolls with like a freaking 90.
I'm kind of curious, actually. Let me see. Hit. Let's see if I did, was it half aim?
But it's also especially nice for the melta weapons.
See if I did a lightning attack with this. Plus 10. Let me check. This is just a test. Let's see.
See if there's other mods I want.
Alright. Oh, and what grenades were those, Matt? It was the anti-demon ones?
They are Iron Faith incense grenades. There's a few anti-demon grenades, but they're all roughly the same difficulty to get.
I guess I could get a custom grip for this.
I was just looking at my sheet and noticed I have anti-demon incense.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Well,
I'll be smoking that up.
Let me see. And I still would miss. Wait, I missed something.
has a modified target of 66 and they rolled an 85. Yeah, you kind of...
It's been such a long time since I've like used.
I think it's because you didn't hit the... Did you hit the... You pressed the hit button on your thing?
I hit. This would be a half aim. Oh, I see. I picked the wrong stuff.
Oh yeah, Tears of the Emperor. Jeez Louise.
There you go. So that's
Better.
yeah. I was just. What's this look like? Let's see.
Wow. Yeah.
Holy sh!
Yeah, that thing can drop the heat. I'm gonna tell you that.
Well,
Yeah, this game, you begin, like, fighting with gangers for scraps, and then by the end, you're just a fucking Imperial hero.
If you
Whoa.
make it that far.
If you
but
make it that far.
Live.
part of it's
Well-
been you guys have been lucky. And
Well, part
also
of it-
smart.
Yeah. Well, so where's the strength bonus? Like,
Strength bonus should already be built in, so
if I use it as a two-hander, that would have been a 31.
yeah.
And then if it was a demon, since I do have Instrument of His Will,
You do more. Or I don't actually remember how that works precisely because there's a lot of flippin' rules.
oh yeah, I'm looking for it now. Though. If I use Fate, it's a Fate point to increase damage on first hit to demons up to twice the willpower bonus. So how would you do that?
What's your
Would I just-
willpower?
5. bonus.
Yeah, so it would be an additional 10 damage to demons.
So that would be 41 damage if I hit a demon right now.
Yep, ignoring toughness and armor, so they don't even get to like soak it.
Nice.
All right. Anybody else want to roll for anything?
Let me. All right, so let me try for that custom grip for that. Just
Okay. I like how you were attempting to like trick out like your artifact weapon, your 1,000-year-old artifact weapon.
all right.
Just put a silicone rubber hand grip over it, like perfect.
She puts like duct tape around the handle.
Hey, every degree of success. Oh, I also forgot that
If it works, it works.
That's oh yeah. That was also 3 more damage because of my other skill. Oops.
So,
What kind of anti-demon shit can I ask for?
well, there's a bunch of stuff. If we take a look at like, there's armor mods and weapons. There's like grenades.
What kind of armor mods are there?
Look at like the hexagrammatic wards and pentagrammatic wards.
Yeah, those are good. I got
Filigree.
Yep.
Yeah.
the filigree's like super nice if you can get that.
The wards are like a little more rare. I think those ones are -40. But the filigree makes it harder for demons to hit you. The other ones are more complicated. I forget what they do.
Yeah, it's basically like hexagrammatic means that psychic attacks against you are resisted easier, and pentagrammatic means that if anything that's demonic or warp unstable engages you in melee, yeah, the demon has to like pass a test or suffer damage.
So what you say? Just like 2 or 3 rolls? That's
Just
it.
just to indicate that you're like in a rush.
Okay, and let me do my last one. If I can, come on. Give me, what is this? -30. Once I find it.
All right. What was that?
In Excruciator kit.
Okay. So you also slap a flamethrower onto it.
No, it's not a flamethrower. No, this is for like
Oh,
interrogation.
interrogation. Okay, I was thinking the what is it called? The exterminator.
I mean, let me take a look at this.
Basically, it lets you add a single shot flamer to the weapon.
Oh, no, it's not a big deal. Gar and Eve are flaming.
Are the
specialists.
flamers?
We got a lot of flame.
Hey,
Are the
we're
art-
the
We're
flavor.
flaming.
I didn't say it. You guys are the arsonist specialty.
Oh yeah, Jeremy, I don't remember if you saw it, but your flamer on that bolt or on Luther Saltsight's Inferno pistol, it basically will flame only enemies. It won't hit people who are allied to you.
Yay!
Fire doesn't usually work like that.
It's religious fire. It's cool.
Yeah.
And Gar is quite religious.
I believe in this holy fire.
The machine spirits on these weapons are pretty like happy.
Pretty sophisticated spirits.
So can I try for the hexagrammic wards and the true silver filigree?
I think so.
Okay.
It'll be
So
a
it's
few
minus.
rolls.
So I do influence and then -40.
Yep. Yeah, you can't have 2 wards, but you can have. Okay, good. So that was for the
Oh,
chromatic wards.
hexagrammic wards, yeah.
All right.
And then -30 for the true silver. Okay.
Unfortunately, they are out of true silver after detailing Gar's armor, but they're willing to inscribe the hexagrammatic wards onto your armor.
Where do I add that to? Just my gear?
Yeah, under your armor, you can just like put a little note in there that indicates that. And just remind me, because I will forget when I kill you with demons.
Related. Actually, do I have any replacement plasma gun ammo? I don't know if we ever.
I assumed you would top it off
Yeah.
every
I
time
probably
you like.
want to get more just in case.
Well, you only rolled 1, so if you wanted to add like more plasma.
Yeah, it was that or
Um,
making a Hail Mary for another null rod.
And I believe there is. Well, funny enough, Ed's thing counts as a null rod by itself.
Oh,
What
cool.
does?
I
Yeah.
think I might have forgotten to write that down though.
Oh,
thinking
the
about
Hammer
it.
of the Witches?
Yeah.
Cool, so we have 2. Alright, I guess I'll just go for some additional ammo so I can do the shit.
Yeah, there's no like special pants plasma rounds as far as I can see. I'm sure maybe in like some of the other games, but not in Dark Heresy.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so it's getting ammo for it is
It's gonna be 2 steps lesser than the actual gun itself. So you're basically rolling against the gun.
Influence, and
Yep.
it'll be -10.
Holy
Damn.
guacamole. Okay, so
Well, that's a lot of
it's
ammo.
2 by itself, plus an additional 9. You have 9 additional refills of ammo. So both,
Fire sale that shit.
you found the one Adeptus Mechanicus spaceship that is, in fact, transporting loads and loads of plasma ammunition. Like, the amount you took was not even a drop in the bucket.
Nice. Well, I'm firing that thing on maximal a lot. Oh, and the this armor has the recoil sleeves, so you can fire a gun one-handed without name penalty.
Yes, you can.
Excellent.
All right. Did everybody get the things they so desired?
I think so.
All right.
What?
Okay, so then, after your quick stop off, takes a few hours to get everything sorted out, get all your armor detailed with the wards and the true silver, but eventually you do make your way back into the warp and continue to the world of Theus. Theus. That's what it's kind of actually called it. Looking up information on Theus, you find out that it is a planet that was destroyed in an exterminatus several hundred years ago, shortly before the Pandemonium warp storm engulfed this sector. The planet was destroyed due to a Tyranid invasion, and it was decided that with Tyranids attempting to harvest the world, better to destroy it and deny them the biomass than to attempt to reclaim it. And especially with the massive warp storm coming, options were limited. So,
What you gotta do?
The end of times.
the atmosphere was set on fire.
These things happen.
A lot.
All right, and so you're going to be in the warp for another couple weeks. Did you want to do anything within those 2 weeks?
If I can study up on our demon and its capabilities, I'll try to do that.
Did we drop off Chapernon, or did we just like hijack him and forget about him?
You set up his cover identification, but you never actually dropped him off back at the place he's going to. So for right now, he is still with you.
If it's on the way, we can do it, but honestly, he might be safest just sticking with us until we see this through.
Yeah, you're the
Safest from assassins.
Well, yeah.
Well, think about it. If he's the safest with us, he ain't safe anywhere.
Um,
Well, he can help you with your research.
That's true.
But the cover identity you came up for him was basically traveling religious scholar. So you can drop him off at really any world you want.
All right.
That's how Gar got his start.
Kinda. Gar definitely did something that attracted the
We
Inquisition.
set him off with the bridge pushing circuit. He gets tenure.
Gar was so good at pushing heretics off of cliffs, he just got a promotion.
sure. That makes sense.
And did you want to do anything with Maya Strauss?
Keep her extremely secured for one thing.
Can we
Maybe
set up
talk
the
about
bomb
what
collar
she
and whatnot?
knows.
Yeah, you don't have any null, you don't have any actual living blanks with you, but you do actually have a bomb collar.
Can we sew something into her chest, and if my heart stops, so that hers explodes?
Yeah, you could do something like that. You're gonna have to do a Medicaid test on her to go
Hey,
about.
Tigo, you want to sew a bomb into her chest?
Not really.
Well, we gotta. It's got to be rigged so that.
And then you're gonna have to do like a little tech use test in order to actually rig that up to. Now I'm assuming Watchmaker's not gonna have something implanted in himself. It's just gonna be something that like reads his heartbeat.
Yeah. Like.
Okay. And that would just be a tech use test to set that up. So.
Does he have to do the tech use?
Well, somebody has to do the tech use.
I'll do it. Can I get assistance?
Yeah,
You have.
I guess I give him +10, right?
Yep.
Nice.
All right, Watchmaker, you're able to. It's not a complex device. It's just basically a pre-existing medical unit that you're setting a point-to-point.
Oh my god! That was for the bomb.
Okay, we'll keep going with Watchmaker. So Watchmaker, it's just it's a pre-existing medical device. It's just a single. Really, most of it was having it send a constant point-to-point signal to the device implanted in Maya Strauss that is set to cause it to detonate if the signal is interrupted, and it's set to interrupt if the device no longer detects your heartbeat. It is placed snugly underneath your Praetor armor.
Okay. And I'll make sure it's hardened against just, like, oh, they blocked our radio signals. Time for her to die.
This wouldn't be necessarily Vox. This would basically be like kind of Bluetooth almost.
That's even worse. My Bluetooth unpairs all the time.
Fair enough.
Ian, can Shepardon actually help me with this, since he's probably done something like this with Asar?
Shepardon is not a medical expert, but
Okay.
you did pass.
I know, I wanted to pass a little better.
Maya Strauss.
You put a very sketchy bomb inside this one.
The stitching on this is not clean. You knocked her out, opened up her chest, put a small grenade in her chest next to her heart, and sewed it back up. It's not pretty. It's gonna definitely.
Back up.
It's gonna leave a scar.
Builds character.
She is not. Maya Strauss is not happy about this, but. And she also has.
I just pointed at Watchmaker. It's like that was his idea.
We'll pretty it up later. Right now we have bigger psychers to deal with.
Well, and a bomb collar too. I can't fault you for your sense of security.
We're very thorough.
Yes.
Being paranoid pays off in this line of work.
It's true. Every time you've not been paranoid, you've been screwed over.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome
In
to
real life too.
Welcome to the Inquisition.
We'll be your guide.
Follow me. So, after the 2 weeks of setting up everything, you eventually fall out of the warp and find yourself at planet Theus. From orbit, you can see it is completely barren. The world itself is a charcoal color with rivers of lava visible from orbit spread across the surface.
We're pretty dead.
This is out of character. How long would it take a planet like this to ever recover, if ever?
It would probably require some measure of terraforming, and then it would probably be a few thousand years.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's proper hosed.
But, yeah, so the planet is rather creepy.
They're having a party here?
Well, it's a demon.
A demon party?
A demon party.
It's Halloween.
Were we invited?
We're party crashers. It's like
Well,
wedding crashers.
Strauss was, which is why she's, alive.
At which point you hear throughout the ship, and not really like in the ship as in coming from like the speakers, but throughout the minds of everyone.
You've arrived, Strauss. Excellent. We prepared a path just for you.
Oh, good.
Hey.
And Strauss shudders for a moment. I have the landing coordinates. And she goes to the ship's pilot and just shows where the ship is meant to land.
Alright, it seems totally safe. Let's go for it.
Hell yeah, this will be awesome.
And Strauss just mentions, from there, I have the image in my head. It's going to be a few kilometers trek to an underground temple that has survived the exterminatus by virtue of being underground some several hundred meters.
That sounds even safer. Let's go
Oh, yeah.
there.
Totally.
So, your scout ship can't land, but you do have your landing vessel.
Alright.
With Von Hogel in the front. Is this going to be a one-way trip, Inquisitor?
Well, I suppose that depends on if the Emperor is with us.
Emperor protect.
The Emperor is always with us, pronounces Gar, and claps Bon on the shoulder.
He does
Onward, my good man.
does the symbol of the Aquila, the crossed thumbs.
By the way, how do you feel about the name Dave? Just asking.
I think I'll stick with my name, Inquisitor.
Choice.
Are you bringing Strauss with you?
Presumably. Because, for one thing, we don't want her to take our ship and fuck off while we're down here.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
She just speaks up. Quick question, though. If there are demons down there, aren't you concerned that they're going to, take control of me?
Let me just blow you up.
Fair, but... I mean, I'm also a warp conduit. Look,
She's not wrong. We do have that null rod, but this is a demon.
see, my Inquisitor, my plan when we were all done was I would just go away to some tropical island where I would never have to see, and you would never have to see me ever again.
Tropical island, she says.
There's no tropical islands in this planet, that's for sure.
No, far from it.
Alright, well, you're staying here until this is done, but you don't have to go into Demon Town, unless... Well, they know you're here. Are they gonna know exactly where you are?
I hope not.
Well, then, I guess you can wait with Van Hogel, and, if you attempt anything at all, just kind of taps his chest.
Give
Fair.
Bon Hogel the bomb collar remote.
Yeah.
We
But
trust
then
him.
again, she could just mind control him.
Oh, fuck.
This is why you're...
It's possible that she's outlived her usefulness at this point, guys. I hate to say it. But the heretical psyker, she might have to go. I don't think it's safe to leave her with any of our stuff or people.
Mm.
And it's probably not safe to bring her in with the demon. I mean...
Are you having this discussion in front of her?
Yeah. Maybe if we make her eat the null rod, I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Actually, maybe I will come with you and then help you kill the demon.
We'll influence that, but I suspect... Or influence, scrutiny that, but... Or not.
You're not quite sure.
Or am I?
Gar is not quite sure.
Nobody's
Tigo
quite
is
sure.
not really sure.
Gar just looks at her
You
with a
tried to
raised
lockpick
eyebrow.
her.
Oh yeah, you did. You rolled a security.
Wait, oops. Hang on.
Everyone's having a tough time getting a read on Maya Strauss here.
No, wait, what did I roll?
You
You
rolled
rolled
security.
security instead of scrutiny.
Hang on,
Tigo
let's
just
see.
pokes her with a lockpick.
No, I just want to see
Ow.
the no, I don't know. I want to see the number.
Oh.
Alright. Yeah. So none of you are really able to get a good idea of if Strauss is telling the truth or not. She just thinks I'm a powerful telepath. I could very easily.
Let's make her a null rod necklace.
This is and the null rod in my mind. I guess they never really describe what it looks like exactly. I assume it's like the inanimate carbon rod from that Simpsons episode.
I always imagine it like a nightstick, more or less, just matte black.
I guess you could.
Do you just want her to stand near me since I have the hammer?
Might as well.
And you can have my null rod.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, and then we can space ourselves out so that we can provide good coverage, and we can keep the other one in reserve.
Too bad we don't have rope anymore. We can't keep her tied to Tigo.
I mean, rope's pretty simple. You could easily get more rope, or like what?
I bet
40K.
Paolo some rope in the landing craft. Man's resourceful.
Rope, I assume, is ubiquitous enough that you can get some.
Roll influence for rope. The Inquisition's broke. It can't afford rope. Oh, man.
Maestros's kink is rope.
Oh,
the only thing you get, like, look, we can get you a bolter, but we can't get you rope.
We can give you this artifact to destroy everything, but we can't get you rope.
I guess we could leave her at the landing site if we don't want to take her in.
Well, we need to roll for the... No, how long does a null rod last?
I don't think it actually mentions... I don't know if it necessarily is something that would be considered to have a battery. Although I'm curious thinking about it.
I guess if she comes, we can just, like, right before we go down into the ruins, the temple, we can just check them on.
I should mention, Inquisitor, you staying alive is what keeps me alive, so really I do have it in my interest to assist you.
Or at least get me secured enough that you can keep me alive, perhaps under mind control, but ideally none of that happens.
She shrugs. I just want to make it out of here alive.
She has an island she wants to go to, okay?
I have a few picked out. A couple in mind.
All right.
We get to retire after this mission? At least.
Well, it's funny enough, it's not actually impossible to retire when you're an Inquisitor.
Well, he's the Inquisitor. I'm just a mook.
True.
I figure we'll continue committing atrocity adventures.
As NPCs?
Yeah. I would say we can either leave her or take her along and keep her next to Tigo in the Null Rod.
I don't think we can leave her, so...
No, I don't think we can leave her. Plus, you're going to have the null rod. I have the hammer. Which acts like a null rod.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, if we had to use a landing ship to get down, we can just have the landing ship take off again and then pick us up later. Because, like, if we fail, we want this place to get bombed again by the Inquisition. Preferably, like, with the cyclonic torpedoes or something that doesn't just ignite the atmosphere. Because there's more than one way to crack a planet, it turns out.
Yep.
Yeah, just send us.
Anyway, I guess we can just bring her along and hope shit doesn't fuck. She could be useful.
So what's the female name of Dave?
Davina.
Debbie.
You gonna start calling? Debbie, no.
Just thinking that.
Karen.
The Scrubs episode. All the men are Dave, all the women are Debbie.
Alright,
Unless their name actually is Dave or Debbie, in which case they had a backup.
Yeah, it was Slagathor.
Oh yeah, it's just a fairness who will be Slag Thor.
Dave's, Debbie's, Slagthor. Alright, so the I guess you load Strauss onto the ship. Bonvogel gets into the cockpit and the ship takes off, heading to the landing coordinates. It takes a couple minutes. You travel through the surprisingly thin atmosphere. Turns out getting set on fire doesn't do wonders for you.
Who knew?
The ship's sensors do show that it is still mildly breathable, if somewhat choked with smoke. And eventually you arrive not at a landing pad so much as just an area that had been previously cleared. That is relatively flat, not so rocky, and has makeshift flares set up around it to indicate that it is safe for landing.
All right.
The ship lands, and you see outside just a couple of figures, but you're not able to make out who they are.
Would enhanced sensors on any of my equipment help with that?
You could do an awareness to try it.
I will try.
Hooray.
They appear to be some unarmed figures. You're not sure beyond them just being like two humanoid figures.
What's our cover here?
We don't really have any. Or do you mean like physical cover?
No, like how are
Aliases.
we? Yeah.
My name is still Yusuf Edwards.
I don't think cover identities are going to help us.
So just go in guns blazing.
If we need to.
Oh,
Yeah, this is, I think, kind of a show up and
start kicking faces
kill it
kind
all
of thing.
sort of situation.
Yeah, I don't see us bluffing Hussar, Sutton, and a demon host with cover identities to their secret, destroyed world party invite that they gave to Maya Strauss. She could maybe pretend she's mind controlling us, but I don't think they would buy it.
I mean, they're all psychic too, and they all know what's up with the vibrations and whatnot. They're gonna be onto that shit.
Well, if we're pretending she's mind controlling us, we have to take off the bomb collar.
Just
Or
Cover
make it look
just-
deactivated, like turn off the light on it or something.
just put a
Put tape like they do on the laptops in freaking Stanley.
just
It
put
hurts.
like an ascot.
Yeah.
It's very trendy.
Give her a scarf. No one will know.
It's chilly on this death world, this murdered
It
planet.
is chilly. The atmosphere has been burned away.
These 10 billion souls lost on this world.
Worse.
But yeah, what are you guys doing? The figures outside are banging on the back to open up.
I guess we'll open up.
The back of the ship. The little thing, it lowers down. You see a couple of badly scarred figures wearing tattered robes. Ah, Strauss, we've been expecting you. And I'm going to make a quick roll. Strauss, who are those in the back? She just thinks for a moment. Those are my assistants. I've brought them here to provide cover for me.
Nice.
They look at each other. Okay.
I mean, are you gonna are you gonna like question somebody like her?
At which point,
One thing that scares me is her deceived target is 70.
at which point, they shudder and start. One of them falls to their knees and like holds his head and starts screaming. And you see in his forehead and the 8-sided scar of chaos like almost burn in, like it's being made with an invisible brand on his forehead.
Should we?
And you
on the
hear.
Ah, Strauss, good. Please proceed to the temple. You're well awaited.
Good. That's good.
Cool. Okay,
Your- your-
everyone.
Your voice thing is really awesome for this.
Yeah.
This is neat.
And then Strauss is like, "Oh, I'll let you take the lead, my assistant."
Step forward and I guess I'll have my Camiolian cloak over my armor so I don't look completely like an Inquisitor.
One of them is going to make a quick roll. They look at you, and now that you stepped out into light. Wait a minute. we have your picture. You're the Inquisitor.
Blast him before he even like gets to do anything.
Yeah,
after
we
that.
just open up with a full salvo and fucking grease him.
Well, he's wearing robes. He's unarmed. I assume he's like they're both cut down in just a few moments.
Like the moment registration starts to, like, oh you. Bleh. Well, let's go. And, step off the ship.
All right.
Get in
So-
there quietly and get as close as possible.
Stepping out into the onto the planet now, out of the controlled environment of your dropship, it is heavy with the smoke and the ash. The planet has been completely burned away of all of the plants and trees. So any amount of wind instantly kicks up a large amount of smoke and dust and ash, and it chokes. Well, not Watchmaker because he has a respirator, but the rest of you, it chokes out your.
Lungs.
Yep. Actually, funny enough, Watchmaker, he does. It's a weird bit where he both has a respirator, but also because he's a Warhammer 40k protagonist, he has no helmet.
He's just got like one of those face ones that's over the mouth and nose.
Can I use my rebreather?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and tear a piece of
Why didn't we just use the freaking suits that they gave us back?
Oh, you can put on the void suits. Yeah.
I figured that would have like been something we would have done.
Strauss, stepping out into the planet, starts coughing heavily. And
will it be good enough if we tear some
I do have.
fabric and put them over our faces? Or is it worse than that?
Strauss takes some water from a kit and dumps it onto some fabric and puts it over her mouth and nose to try and create some measure of like protection.
I was actually gonna. I have a survival suit and a rebreather. I was gonna give her probably the rebreather, unless somebody else wants it.
I mean, Gar likes to breathe, but
Didn't they give us a They gave us all back survival suits. So why didn't
You
we
would
use
have, yeah, the void suits.
them? Yeah. Why can't we use those? Is there like something?
I mean,
No.
we can't?
part of those work is the
You just didn't
respiration
say-
part, is that right?
You can use them. You just didn't say you put them on.
But I'm going back in there and using it.
All right. Tigo goes back in, grabs a void suit, comes out with a very like thick, heavy spacesuit, but it does protect him.
We have spares for anybody who doesn't have a rebreather. We can also use the void suits to.
Disguise ourselves.
Yeah, I was gonna say just for a little while longer at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll go put on a void suit.
Just remember to take them off before the fighting. They're clumsy.
Isn't that gonna be very indicative of us coming from the asteroid planet?
They're just spacesuits.
We're astronauts.
Strauss could also hypothetically say that
She took
using
some
mind
people
control,
from-
she got off the world with us as keeping her quote unquote prisoner.
True.
All right. Strauss goes back inside, grabs a void suit, and puts it on as well. Now that she's seen that everyone else is doing it. Peer pressure.
Digo's like, yeah, F this crap. I'm not gonna suffer with minus stat penalties here.
She steps back out. Of course, Tigo, you have to understand the only downside to this is if you have an itchy nose, you can't scratch it.
My God.
At which point,
Mein Gott.
and Tigo, just not even psychic power, just her mentioning that kind of makes your nose itchy. All right.
How
so-
evil.
Well, it's a few kilometers trek. I didn't get an exact idea, just it was a straight line from here, and she points to the north that way.
All right, let's go.
So this planet is also, you've noticed, covered in a web of bits and pieces of lava. The atmosphere catching on fire has set off natural occurrences of the planet, and normally they would just be like underground coal seams, but with the atmosphere being set on fire, it has created an eternally burning, like, from an outside perspective, it'd be lava. Sheriff Bernard would tell you, it looks and acts like lava. It actually isn't. It's magma. Magma. But unfortunately, it burns you just as good.
Liquid hot magma.
All right. So, whoever is taking point, make a survival check.
I think I'm actually okay at survival checks. Let me see. Survival is perception, which I'm decent at, and I might have bonuses from shit. So let me do the base roll and then look for things. Holy shit! Wow. Let me check real quick if I've got other shit, because I'm not spending a fucking fate point on that unless I have to.
You also have your little compass.
You want to borrow my compass, buddy?
Yeah.
So that'll put you at 114, but you still rolled a 100, so I don't know.
Yeah, I still rolled a critical fail.
Even with Watchmaker like attempting to like utilize the compass, the point is it's spinning around in a circle, which is weird.
The Magneto-sphere is fucked up, or it's demonic.
Which
shit.
is weird because the compass shouldn't be affected by that. And I would like people to go ahead and make an awareness roll.
Oh, good.
Hooray!
You get a plus 20 to this, everyone.
Good thing.
Get your bad rolls out right now, guys. Tigo and Watchmaker, you're like looking at this compass. You've used it before. Why is it spinning around? That shouldn't happen. And you look to the west, and you see a massive cloud of dust rolling in incredibly quickly as the wind picks up. And it's going to be on you in just a matter of minutes.
We got those void suits.
Except for Eve.
I don't have one on me either. Is there any shelter? Like, are there any rock facings that we could use as cover while we're advancing? Because it sounds like we're not going to get to the destination on time.
Go ahead and make a survival check to see if the you can find outcroppings that would provide cover.
Let me. Would my assist one help? Let me try.
Okay.
Here we go.
Tigo's from a death world. He understands like how to like look for things that will provide cover. So he's able to point out an outcrop of rock that you can shelter behind for right now.
Good. Let's do that.
Running behind the rock, the massive dust cloud rolls over your position, and you see like bits and pieces of small rock plink off the ground and around you, ripping through and like chipping away some of the rock. And you realize this probably would not be something you'd want to have taken shelter in or like been exposed to if you could have avoided it.
Good.
So
Good.
it takes about an hour, but eventually the cloud passes by, and the area that you were in, what little had been there has been scoured clean.
Sandstorm with hail-sized grains of sand.
Yeah.
Do.
All right. So now that this has passed by, your compass stops spinning around so aggressively and starts to point the direction again. So it is now viable to be used for a survival test again.
Oh, good. Plus 50, is it?
Yes.
All right.
Good thing.
Watchmaker, with this compass, you can now figure out, okay, especially good because your orientation has gotten a little messed up by the storm, so you're able to figure out, all right, that's where we want to go now. You're still a several hour trek. It's going to be like 2 or 3 hours with the just wading through. And it's funny because, yeah, now that this passed by, there's also like a lot of fine sand. It's kind of like wading through a very powdery snow.
Yeah. Everyone tuck your pants into your socks.
Can't hear your panic from the inside of this void suit.
And actually, while you're making your trek through this, everybody make a toughness roll.
Even with the void suits?
Yeah, this isn't like so much the, yeah, take a level of fatigue if you've failed. This isn't so much that it's the atmosphere choking you, it's like trying to wade through this. I'm going to make a roll for Strauss. I don't think she's necessarily that tough.
We just get our asses kicked by the fucking environment before we even get to the demon.
And Maya Strauss takes a level of fatigue. Just one. You're all good.
Good thing I didn't change my fatigue from last session. You know, if this was D&D, I'd probably that's a 1.
Yeah, well, that's okay. These things happen.
All the time. This one adds to the fun.
All right. At which point you hear behind you a voice, a familiar voice. Having trouble with the trek, Monkai?
Ah.
Yeah, go
You
ahead.
made it.
And
Turning.
from behind you, a spot you pass through, and you see standing there, not moving, and weirdly, the tracks, well, his waist deep in this like fine dust, but without tracks around him, you see Irdalith.
Kind of give him a nod.
So, you're here for the demon host.
That's the plan. We're going to try to silence her, and failing that, hopefully the Inquisition received our message through the warp storm so they can take care of it if we fall.
Hopefully. The warp storm itself is going to be preventing a lot of travel. I hope you succeed here. Because...
Is there anything...
Or just stand there in the dust. Say healthy things.
I should mention, this world was originally the site of a chaos cult. Even before the Tyranids arrived here.
Yeah, I wonder if that's whose temple we're going to right now.
Unknown. But
Like,
you can't hear it. But the 10 billion souls of this world are still trapped here.
freaky.
Is there anything you can do, or anything you know about the demon from your own people?
Some sort of chaos demon of Chaos Undivided. I don't think she or it has aligned itself with any real chaos gods. I suppose it works for all four of them, let's just say.
Great.
As for its true desires, become a demon prince, create a demon world, both would be bad for you.
Sounds pretty cool if you're a demon, though, I guess.
Oh, I imagine it's wonderful. But it is my duty to put an end to the great enemy, so I'll provide some assistance.
Appreciated.
So is he like actually here, or is Watchmaker just seeing him?
No, he's talking to all of you.
Gar's like wondering if like he's hallucinating.
Car's just
too or
been
something.
talking to the sand.
Tell me your secrets.
What is the answer to my riddle?
7.
Lou.
Just be aware that your former associate and his acolytes are, and he points to the north, 2 kilometers in that direction. It's going to be interesting. I've been scouting it out. They're definitely not healthy.
Has the demon been draining them?
Tell me, did any of them have wings previously?
Oh, I see.
Yes, mutation.
Did they seem to still have their minds, or are they completely feral now?
Oh, I wouldn't know about feral. That's such a mean thing to say. But I'd assume that they were in full command of their faculties. For a Monkai, of course. Assume they're at their most dangerous.
Of course.
Well, anyway, my Farseer sent me out only for scouting alone. I'm not to engage.
I see.
But she didn't mention anything about me not informing you of what I've seen.
That's appreciated. I think if you can continue scouting out and feeding us information while we make our way across the surface, we'll be in as prime a position as able to deal with this swiftly.
Well, I've seen a small camp set up outside of the temple entrance, plus 4 I've seen. Oh, do be aware, some of them haven't taken to their mutations quite as well as others.
I see.
Just be aware of any chaos spawn in the area.
Ah, good. On that note, I'll be right back. I have to use the bathroom extremely badly.
All right.
Speaking of chaos spawn,
Wait, but I'll take
I'm
that
gonna
out.
get water.
I'll pause the recording then while we wait. All right. So
good for
Udalith,
commercial break.
yeah, sort of. Udalith has shown you you also know the direction, but he also told you what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Did he leave already? You left?
oh, he just hasn't moved. But yes, would you like me to continue forward ahead of time and scout out?
Are you equipped to contend with the demon if it happens on you?
Yes, my plan is to leave.
Good plan.
I like him more and more every time.
He is pretty fun. He's very sassy. He's like our Carillion. Lumberfoots.
Oof.
Well, I'll just take a quick look forward. You know how to reach me. And he looks down to your the sword you took from the vault.
Now, give it a tap on the hilt and give him a nod. Whatever your reasons for being here, it is appreciated and recognized.
We must always fight the great enemy. Oh yeah, hold up. What's your cameling cloak at again? I cannot remember.
Plus 20 to stealth checks, I believe. Let me double check.
All right. So, from your sight, he just completely vanishes.
Nice.
So Tigo looks at Watchmaker and goes, "What about wings?"
When creatures of our world are corrupted by the warp, they their bodies reject it, and it transforms them. he mentioned chaos beasts, I believe, right?
Yep.
Those are the ones who were unable to control the transformation and became something lesser. The winged ones will be stronger in battle, and hideous and mutated. The warp corrupts flesh as well as spirit. So, don't fuck up.
This hammer's got Sutton's name on it anyway.
I find it especially funny because Sutton is like number 3 currently. You still hate him the most.
Oh yeah, he was the immediate inner. He was our.
You did a very good job to make him hateable.
Good.
True.
All right.
He was our concierge of being a dick.
So go ahead and make another survival roll just to continue forward.
Compass or no?
You can use the compass, yeah.
It's a good thing because goddamn.
All right. So it's not too bad. It still continues to be somewhat of a slog through the dust, but you eventually arrive. You're approximately 50 meters from the temple entrance. From what you can see, there is the burning seam of coal that is sort of in the way, as well as a very bit of collapsed structure that has been undergone some measure of excavation, having been covered completely. The area has been just brushed aside as best it can, and a small camp has been set up outside.
Can Watchmaker see anything with his scope? Like
Go ahead and make an awareness test.
I will.
Yep. And going here.
Pretty.
You have stepped up your game.
Yeah, I've started using Incarnate.
Nice.
You see four figures. You see a couple of stormtroopers. Their inquisitorial indicators have been completely removed, and the 8-sided Star of Chaos has been scratched into their armor as best it can. You also see a winged figure, as well as another person. The winged figure has been more or less covered up with robes and rags, and the other figure who isn't wearing the stormtrooper armor, you're not 100% sure who it is at this distance.
Okay.
What's all the skeletons? Are those dead skeletons or undead skeletons?
These
they're
skeletons have been, from what you can see, they've been uncovered. They are with a thick layer of dust and dirt that has been like covering them. They seem to be what has been pulled out from this excavation site. Possibly people attempting to seek refuge.
So it's like Pompeii style. Cool. And horrible. Have they registered us yet?
Let's take a look. Yeah, the figure without the wings, who you can't make out, he sees you on the horizon.
But do they know we're hostile or not yet? That's the other question.
Yeah, as one of the stormtroopers step forward to meet you. And actually, somebody steps out from underneath the temple. Walking from the stairs here and taking cover behind this item. This stormtrooper here, this is stormtrooper, right? Yeah. Steps forward, walking down the stairs and making his way
Downtown?
to the lava. He does a quick run and jump over the lava, or coal seam, I guess, and starts heading down towards you.
Get to cover, and we'll start shooting our way in. Unless
I don't think he's hostile yet.
Strauss.
Yeah.
You might want to like kill him as soon as he notices we're gonna be hostile.
Beckon him closer.
Yeah, let him get closer.
Yeah, maybe have Strauss step forward to meet him.
Preferably within a meter or two.
Are you mad?
Do you know who you're talking to?
Fair point.
Yeah.
I'm... Step closer, Strauss. He looks around.
Is she not gonna?
Do you want to... Here, she kind of like waves. Let's step forward together. I don't want to...
Yeah, like I kind of elbow her, like what's going on? Like,
All right.
She just...
No. I want her to like say like quick runner, like, is this guy something to worry about?
Yeah, this whole situation's something to worry about. He just yells again, Strauss! Step forward!
Cap him.
I actually would like to, if we decide to pop the cork, try to shoot past him to the guys in the back.
Okay.
Alright.
I think we should get closer first.
If we do that.
Step forward, but let's step forward join
I
first.
think we are going to very fast.
Set up cover, you know?
Yeah. I'll take a step forward with the others.
Nope, just Strauss.
Okay, let's do it. I will
Alright.
fire on Maximal.
Where is she? And like I don't
Down
see her, like
at
her token.
Our wing.
I completely forgot to add her to this. 1 second.
That's why I was like looking like, where the hell's Strauss? She would be next to me anyway.
Did I make this one? Yeah, this is Strauss. 1 second while I grab Maya Strauss. Come back. I wasn't 100% sure if you guys were actually going to bring her.
Yeah, neither were we.
Got there. And token layer.
There you go.
Alright, so what is Watchmaker doing? He gets 1 surprise action.
I am going to fire my plasma gun on maximal setting and try to get it downrange on our flying winged friend.
Okay. Go ahead and you have quick draw, so you can easily just bring it up and fire it without anybody being able to recognize what you're doing right away. So go ahead and do that.
All right, let me just double check what the maximal firing mode does
Alright.
for.
And I should mention,
plasma.
so what you can see is this is a raised area.
Mhm.
It goes up about 3 meters high from where you are. And this pillar that they're behind, it's a really heavy, thick pillar. It goes up to about chest height. And
Okay.
so it's, right now, currently, this winged figure's head is showing, plus the wings. But that's about all you can see.
Gotcha. Let's see. Maximal. Switch is free action. Adds 10 meters to range, 1d10 to damage. If it has blast, it becomes X plus 2 blast. Let's see if the plasma gun has that. I don't think it does. No, that's just a single damage. Single target high damage nuke.
Before Matt shoots, can I also charge this guy in front of us?
Yeah, I figure you could act simultaneously.
Yeah, that's what I was like. When he shoots, I start charging this
Charge
guy.
them together.
Alright, so
Friendship.
Evord and Tigo are going to charge this guy while Watchmaker tries to snipe the guy in the back.
Yeah,
Okay.
I figure I'm going to get like 7 meters. It'll distract like what's going on type of thing.
Okay. Well, whoever goes first, go.
I will try my bang shooty.
I will charge him. So let's see.
Sorry, bear with me.
Wow, this is loading slow. Okay, there we go.
Bear with me.
Range. Bear with me. Oh, cool.
So-
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
actually within half range. So hit. No aim. Short range. Single fire. This has the custom grip and the scope. Nice.
So for charging him, do I just move my character and then like attack?
Yeah, so you do the charge action, which I believe... Wow.
Oh,
Evord is
wow.
able to reach him.
Yeah.
Yep.
If okay, so yeah, just move into melee range and then do charge attack. Charge attack's a full action, so that's what you'll be able to do. And just
Okay,
let me
like
know.
go right here.
Yep. What
Yep.
weapon are you attacking with?
Hold up. So do we both attack at the same time? How does that work?
It would be more or less like within moments of each other.
All right, so I can just finish my modifiers, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me.
I would just move yourself into range where you're gonna like have your character end up.
Yeah, I'm just doing this now since. Okay.
All right.
There we go.
Watchmaker, roll damage if you would, so kindly.
And that was with maximal, so it adds 1d10 to damage and 1d10 to pen, or +2 to pen rather.
And you're shooting the winged figure, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
And let me add. Wow, lame.
I mean, it's still a lot of damage.
Yeah, let me add that d10 as well.
All right, so.
Oh, come on!
All right, so you were shooting. All right, so let's see here. It is a. You rolled a 9, which is a 90. So it's going to strike the leg, which is behind cover, which just adds some armor points to it. It's going to add.
Plus I'll be able to damage his cover pretty quickly, at least.
It's going to add 4 points of armor because these are like huge. Not even like stone. They're basically like the ferro concrete that is so popular in 40k.
Okay.
So it's going to add 4 things and is going to do cut through. Wow.
Oh, right, and the pen on this is 8.
Pen 8 currently?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So strike to the left leg. All right. Half of the armor penetration value cuts through the pillar. The other half cuts through the armor on the leg, but doesn't. Yeah. So you can see from where you are that it's the entirety of the armor penetration does cut through. So they're not going to have the benefit of armor. And you do an additional, so 13 to the leg, minus 4 is...
Well, you lagged out for a second.
Sorry. Yeah, it's I'm just doing the math real quick in my brain. So 13 minus 4 is 9. Okay. So they take 9 wounds.
Not bad, though. Boy, that could have been a lot better.
At which point...
Do I do a weapon skill test?
Yep, there's going to be a weapon skill test, and one of them is going...
Plus 10 because I'm using the chain blade.
Yeah, so there's the charge attack. And then you get to add the plus 10 because it's best quality.
All right, let me do mine.
Wait, how do I do the charge attack?
It's a
When
selection.
Yeah, when you select it, you'll be able to pull it from the
Right.
list.
So I can do my damage, right, Ian?
Yes.
Damage.
So I do weapon skill first, right?
Wow. Yeah, so here, I'll help you with this.
Okay.
If we go to Evord, and we take a look at your character sheet, at your gear, and we go to your Chainblade Bayonet, I click on hit.
Oh, okay, you do that first.
And then you're going to do no aim, because this is full action. And then your attack type is going to be charge.
Okay, okay. No
And-
aim. Charge.
I know it's been a while since we've actually done a real combat with like tokens and everything.
And then no modifier.
It would add a plus 10 because it's best quality.
Oh, okay. So that's what it means when plus 10 to weapon skill test. I add it there.
Yeah, that's just at the end in case there's like anything that would help or hinder you. So damn, Daniel. Okay, roll damage.
It's rending, right? So she does it twice.
Yep, it's tearing. So you get to roll that
Yeah.
damage again. All right.
Ian, mine was with 2 hands, so that's a 33.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys know right now.
It's dead.
Evord runs in and sticks this chain bayonet into this guy's stomach, just cuts through and into his stomach while Tigo comes in and strikes his head off. This stormtrooper is good and dead.
I didn't even get to put the rest of my damage modifiers on.
So Tigo invented the game of space golf.
So I have Assassin Strike, so I want to use it gives me a free action if I pass an acrobatics test.
Okay.
So let me move only.
Does that require you to use a fate point?
No.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, and if I pass, I'll move to here.
Okay.
Undercover.
Sounds good.
Once I open the thing and get all the way back to the.
And then I'll have everyone just roll for initiative once that's done. Oh, actually, let me check the initiative tracker. Good. Unfortunately, Tico
No.
is having a little bit of trouble getting through like this fine dust. So he and is also maybe a little in awe at how easily this hammer just struck this thing dead.
Yeah, mostly the awe.
All right. So I'll have the stormtrooper roll his initiative.
I'll just like motion for Strauss to follow me.
Okay. And yeah, I'll have to roll for Strauss as well.
Once I find where the hell's initiative? It's been so long.
Yeah. Let me see. Not there. Here we go. Man, the rain is really coming down.
I know it's making me sleepy. It's also making my back hurt.
Yeah, same. Ian, if you're busy today, you don't have to worry about coming over for the cat thing.
I'll be over. I can definitely come over tomorrow.
Okay.
And then I gotta roll for Strauss as well.
Is
Who?
Eve gonna go back and Ethan go back and take his head as part of her body part collection after.
Well,
Carrying around the
technically,
head is kind of.
technically both killed him. Yeah. So. All right. So that should be everyone. Descend. Watchmaker, you're up first.
All right. Well, since that
Fearless
was such a
leader.
trick the first time, of course now I'm slightly without. Okay, I'll
Element of surprise.
let's see. So let me check the range on one of my other weapons. I fired the plasma gun on maximal, so I can't do it again just yet.
Yeah.
Hang on, my sheet's being stupid. There we go. That might be a good idea, honestly. Let me check.
Find out what the distance. Okay, well, that's within about 30 meters.
Okay.
Separating you guys.
So let's see. My half move, I think, is 5 for my agility. Let me double check that.
I think we should focus on the big guy that came out of the temple.
Maybe. Okay, yeah, my half move is 5. So 1, 2, 3.
Or the flying person.
4.
I think he wants to get the flying person.
Yeah, I want to
fly over.
I want to try to kill the flying person. So I'll move to where I moved, and then I will, as I'm doing that, draw and fire my bolt pistol.
Okay. So you move, drop your plasma gun.
Oh no, I'm holding on to it still.
It's considered a free. Oh no, you have quick draw. Never mind. So you can actually just stow it right away, and then pull out your bolt pistol.
And with the recoil sleeves, I can actually hold one in each hand and not like get penalized for it.
All right. You would. Yes, you can.
Watchmaker fancy.
Yeah. There's the guy with the fucking hammer of the witches over here.
All right, Watchmaker. So you use your half action to do that, free action to draw that, and you can use your second half action.
Yep, and I will take a shot with my bolt pistol. Aw.
And unfortunately, the pistol round goes wide and just passes by without close, but not close enough, unfortunately. Okay. Going on to Maya Strauss. Did you give her back her you did not give her back her psi focus.
Don't think we did, no. We could probably negotiate that at this point, but...
Alright. Maya Strauss is going to drop a Psychic Screech in the middle of these two. Ooh, for a second. It's just within her line of fire.
Which two? This map is huge. Which two?
I'm sorry, it's like kind of far to the north by that campfire.
Okay.
Drop a Psychic Screech, so she is going to well up the focus power. Her psi reading is Trace. No modifier for her, sadly.
Would the modifier have helped?
Nah. But she's going to use a fate point to try that again.
Do you think she burned a fate point to keep us from killing her, and that's why she's still here?
She could have if she needed to, but nope. The psionic energy here is preventing her from really being able to do this. So her second action is she's going to move her half action move, which isn't great. It is 4. She's going to hustle. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's got a hustle. Now it is Ansgar Brennan. Watchmaker. You're the dangerous target. Oh, actually, hold on 1 second.
There's a lot of dangerous targets here.
There's a lot of dangerous targets. He looks around to all you guys, sees what he sees, pulls out a grenade launcher, and he is going to fire a white fire grenade at you guys. He's going to half action aim, and the range on that. Yep, it's within short range, barely. Boop. And he fires out his lovely little white fire grenade, and he is going to have its blast 3. He can get... Yeah, he's going to drop it on Tigo and Eve.
All right, I can dodge that, right?
You can make an agility test to attempt to dodge it, yes.
Okay.
And so it's going to be blast 3, corrosive, flame, and smoke, and toxic.
Good lord.
I'll fate point that.
Okay.
I don't think I have a chance.
It's technically a circle, but that's a little easier for me.
Nice.
Actually, it's a little bit further thinking about it, because it's like blast 3, so it's...
I has faded successfully.
It's more like this size, honestly. 2, 3, yep. So he drops it there, creates a thick cloud of smoke. All right, so Eve... Okay, Tigo, you can move yourself outside of the range of the smoke.
Okay. How many?
Up to your agility bonus.
4. Okay, so. Jesus Christ! Why is this thing being so stupid? Wow,
Eve...
it's like stuck in pan while I'm trying to move my character.
Oh, I've seen that happen before. It's a little annoying. Eve, I'm sorry, but unfortunately,
Look,
so...
can you put me here? Like, let's see.
where do you want to go? Right there?
Hold on, no, I'm trying to move 1, 2, 3. Right here should be my agility bonus.
Okay.
Thanks. I'm refreshing.
All right. So Eve, you are going to be taking a little bit of damage. So he's going to start by dropping a... Let's take a look. And so many character sheets, so little time. White fire grenade.
Okay, there we go. That's better.
There we are. 1d10 plus 4 explosive. Okay, 1d10, I'm going to add a 4 to that in a second, because I actually forgot to pull up that in. So it's going to do 10 damage. Pen 3.
Oh,
Corrosive. Permanently
Okay,
reduces
so-
the... Yep. So you can soak... It will cut through 3 of your armor, and then you can soak the rest of your armor to your body, and then toughness as well.
So it cuts through 3 of my armor, so I have 3 left.
Okay.
And then I have 5 for toughness.
Okay, so 8. So it's going to do 2 wounds of damage to you.
Okay.
Now the other thing is it's going to reduce armor points permanently, well, at least until repaired.
Sorry, how many wounds of damage is it doing? 2, did you say?
2 wounds, yep. It
Okay.
is going to reduce the armor on your torso by 1 armor point until you get it repaired.
Do I change that manually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Until it's repaired with somebody with a tech use test.
Okay.
Or somebody for free with the armor monger trait.
I don't
The
think I
other
know anybody with that.
other thing it's going to do, it has flame, so you've caught on fire.
oh dear.
So you're going to be taking fire damage on your next turn. unless you take an action to put it out.
Okay.
And it also is toxic 2. So you gotta make a toughness test. I get a negative 20.
Oh boy.
Alright, and so you're gonna take reduced by toughness, but not by armor. 3 points. Which means you soak it, you sick bastard.
We have enough
Sweet.
toughness to be fine.
And also this cloud is lingering. And anybody behind it cannot see through it.
Okay.
Or more accurately, they shoot through it with a negative, I think, 5? Or negative 50, I should say.
5.
Negative...
Minor
it's-
difference between
it's
5 and 50.
Smoke 5, which is... Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the radius it creates. Which it should be fine. And it's going to last for...
Ever.
19 rounds.
Wow.
So this is going to stay where it is. So anybody
For a
behind
while.
that cannot see through it.
I'm assuming anybody shooting through it either on their end.
Yeah. But Tigo, you're up.
Okay, so this guy's apparently 20 meters away. It was him, right, that did this?
It was this guy who just popped out.
Yeah, okay. I gotta switch my select. Yeah, this guy, this jackwagon.
Yeah. You're all jackwagons in the eyes of the Emperor.
Let's see. Can I bust out the heavy bolter
Yep.
and shoot at him?
Yes, you can.
And I did. I forgot to reload it, but I did.
I assumed you did it on the ship, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hit. Let me check my modifiers here.
But yeah, he's taking cover behind this pillar. So also, once again, his head is is over. That's the only part not behind the additional 4 points of AP.
Okay. So
4 points of armor points. Yep. Just remember to go get your PIN number and go to an ATM machine.
Is that short range?
What was that?
That short range is 20 meters.
Yes, it would be short range.
And this fire is what? Is it like full automatic?
Full auto only.
It has to shoot. Yep, 6 rounds, a full auto. All right,
Nice.
so he's not able to dodge that. So that's a that'd be a 4, which I think would actually be to the head. Thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yep,
Just
it
level
is.
that thing face height.
Go
It just
ahead and-
evaporate.
And that's
It's
7.
tearing,
So it's 1 hit for the initial degree, and an additional.
For every degree of success, it's an additional hit up to the bullets fired.
So I
For
fired
full-
6 times.
So you hit him 6 times. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I love it with you, Ed. I think he's dead.
That's what
Okay.
he gets for shooting a grenade launcher.
That's explosive to
Which
the.
guy was this?
This dude here.
Oh, sweet.
So
that
let's
was a
see.
former member of Hussar's retinue, right?
That was specifically the guy who was always eating.
Yes, I thought so.
Well,
All right.
Well, you know what he ate.
Oh, his hunger is sated.
You know, I was gonna ask you about
Ate
him
some
today. It's like
bullets.
you never like brought him ever back up again, and then I forgot about him.
So, the target ceases to exist in any tangible way. Yeah. Actually, Ed, just roll like 3d5. Yeah, roll a d5 3 times.
Oh, D5 3 times. Hold on. D.
Or it's just a
They're
d,
done already.
just a d10. Yeah, it's just a
D10?
d10 3 times, and we're just gonna cut it in half and roll that. Yeah, I'm just curious. Yeah, 1, 4, and 3. So 8. Yep. Well, it doesn't matter also because the target ceases to exist in any tangible way, entirely turning into a kind of bright red mist that spreads throughout the surrounding areas. He can't get much deader than this, except. And so he dies in such an unspeakably appalling manner that all of his allies within 2 meters, so the guy next to him, must make an immediate challenging willpower test. He's gonna make a willpower test. He's gonna do it. Oh, he's gonna try.
He's not gonna try.
He's gonna be spending his next turn fleeing.
I mean, if I was him and I saw me pull out that fucking weapon, I would start fleeing immediately before the gun even got fired.
I'm just gonna ploop a
Smear token.
dead. I put a little dead icon on him. But yeah, he's basically exploded out. Good job, Tigo. You've murdered him in a way that only he could be murdered.
Only you can prevent forests.
Louise Nuet is going to. Yeah, she's flyer 8. Let me just verify something quickly, but I believe this is in terms of. Yeah. She's going to take to the air, and she's going to move 8 meters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Moves 8 meters with a power sword and some kind of rusty brass sword in her other hand.
Oh, good.
She's in the air now?
She is in the air.
Heretical shit.
Actually, that's... And she gets to move another 8, because, yeah. It's the flyer trait takes up her agility bonus for movement, so she's going to move the full 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Flying towards Tigo, but that's her whole turn.
She has picked very poorly.
This guy, he runs off map. He's gone. He ain't coming back.
He ain't coming back, Jim.
This guy is going to fire at Watchmaker, who's not quite behind cover.
Okay.
Using his hot shot las gun. He's going to half aim. He's within short range. He is going to do a semi-auto.
Who was the first guy that Jocelyn like smashed? Just a regular
Just a stormtrooper.
Okay.
Firing mode. We'll do normal.
Legend has it his head is still rolling across the floor.
Still a little concerned about seeing his friend just get annihilated. All the shots go wild. Chewie.
What is Chewie gonna do? I don't know. Chewie's just gonna get fucked up.
He's gonna bork aggressively at Louise Louet.
Chewie's gonna bork aggressively, but also using a bit of the Chewie, after being repaired by the tech priest.
Again.
Now has a sonic gun.
You just hear him go, bork, bork, bork. Heretics!
That was awesome.
Can Chewie pull me out of the corrosive cloud without taking damage?
Yeah, if he skirts along the edge, he can take a half action to attempt to do a strength test to pull you out.
And then can he put me out?
Yes. It's gonna be half action move, half action drag you out.
Oh, okay.
And then it'd have to be a full action to put, or no.
But that would then save me some movement, because then I can.
You are gonna have to do a full action to put yourself out. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna have Chewie pull me out of the.
Okay, so just move
cloud.
Chewie to where he will be adjacent to you. And I believe he has the movement needed because he's a dog.
Because he's a doggo.
All right, he's going to be doing a strength test to pull you out. It's going to be at a +20 because you're not resisting.
Okay.
But you also are blinded and on fire, so he's not 100%. Ooh.
Aw, Chewie.
He just grabs you. Just
Starts
shakes.
shaking like a terrier.
Chewie, don't!
The tech priest has also given Chewie a fate point.
Gar, you're up.
Alright. Gar is going to. Okay. So we've got guys like.
You have
like up here, right? There's like
someone here and someone here. He is dead.
Oh, the flying one's over here now.
Yes. I just wanted to mark. I put a little dead marker on him. I wonder if I can make it a little nicer looking. There we
Ah.
go.
He's dead. Okay. Was there still a guy here?
Yeah, who just like fired at Watchmaker as best he could, but it just went crazy wild.
Gar is going to use his turn to run up here next to Tigo.
Now, Gar, if he does that straight line, he's going to run right through that cloud of white phosphorus.
Is that hazardous or just blinding?
He's in a void suit, though.
I am in a void suit. Good call.
The corrosive would destroy the void suit, most likely, but then you'd also catch on fire.
Oh.
Guard
Gotcha.
does not want to catch on fire.
Okay, so my run is 18, right? So let's see.
I think you'd be able to skirt.
This way, 3 meters, and then
You'd be fine.
yeah,
You'd be able to make it.
Over there. I go around the cloud of white phosphorus.
Okay.
Seems like bad stuff.
That is
And
Gar's move.
I believe that uses my full turn.
Yeah. E.
So what happens if I put myself out, but I'm still in this square?
You will catch on fire again.
So how am I supposed to work this?
You have to move out and then spend your next turn putting yourself out, or have somebody put you out on their turn. Oh, also, you're going to take no damage. The fire doesn't bother you at all. Actually, you do have to make a willpower test because you are on fire, and being on fire is scary.
Okay.
You merely adopted the worm.
That being said, you do get the +10 from the Rosarius.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
I'll take it.
Nope.
What if there's 2 Rosariuses? Would they?
It doesn't stack, unfortunately.
yeah. Bonuses don't generally stack like that.
As neat as the Rosarius is, you're still technically in the smoke cloud, and you're just like, ah!
So I'm too busy freaking out to do anything?
Sorry, yeah.
Aw.
Being on fire is horrifying. In this game, in IRL. Watchmaker, you're up.
All right. I am gonna switch back to the plasma gun as it comes off of overcharge,
Okay.
and I'm going to half action aim and fire a semi-auto burst into Wingy Wing.
Okay.
I don't like rusty ass weapons in the hands of chaos heretics.
What's the worst that could happen? God.
Death, corruption, death and corruption.
I mean, if you don't do it, I'm going to absolutely annihilate her because she's running.
Oh, yeah.
She's flying into death. And if I don't, Gar's going to.
All right. Well, she will attempt a tough dodge, but she'll give the old college try.
She hasn't seen a dodge like this since her old college days.
Aw.
And yeah, she's able to like move out of the way of like the fire, like the plasma fire that's heading towards her.
It
Okay.
uses up her dodge, though.
It does.
Yeah, like I said, she hasn't seen a dodge like that since her old college days.
I like that we're fighting competent inquisitors now, or ex-acolytes.
All right, Maestros is 1, 2, 3, 4. And does she have a clear? She does indeed. Maestros is seeing this winged creature, horrified by it, and not really that strictly clean. She's gonna attempt to. Nope. She's gonna try and psychic shriek her one more time. All right, so let's roll. You know,
No whammies, no whammies.
she's gonna use her last fate point.
Stop whammying.
I specifically requested the opposite of whammy.
All right, she's gonna drop that psychic blast on to Miss Strauss there. She's gonna roll damage. Or Miss Strauss is gonna roll that. And a psychic blast emanates from Louis Louet here.
There's no pen on that? Is that why it's empty?
Yeah, there's no pen on that. I should just put like a pen 0, but so first things first, she's gonna have to take a toughness test. passes. So she doesn't get stunned by it, but she is going to take... this is going to be on the torso, I believe. Because it's considered a psychic grenade. She's going to take 12... Yeah, she's going to take 4 damage.
That's it?
4 wounds. She's relatively tough. Oh, but she's already pretty hurt, is the thing.
Ah, yes.
But she's still in it. And that's Maestros' turn. And she did not roll doubles. He is dead.
I was thinking, no whammy, no whammy.
Now, currently, she is floating about 2 meters up above the ground. She's like... Or no, I'm sorry, 3 meters, because this is how high this was. So she's not within melee range. But, Tigo, you're up.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
You're going to poo.
I am going to turn this heavy bolter on her.
Okay.
And shoot her.
All right, go ahead. And actually...
This is
You're still only within short range because of the Z-axis.
Oh, well. Okay.
But, I mean, short range is not as good as point blank mine, but, like... That's just vulgar at this point.
How obscene.
It's full auto.
She's already used her dodge. Go ahead and just annihilate her, Tigo.
Whoa.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. That is the wrong weapon. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, roll a d10 as well and cut it in half.
Oh, apparently I'm not typing.
That was to the head as well. But yeah, 3. Okay, so... I can do all this
Are
now.
we within 3 range? We're barely in it, I think.
Alright, that's going to do subtract... Oh, pen 5 cuts with the entirety of the armor. Okay, so just 4. So that's going to be 7. Alright, so she's already in crit there.
Wow.
That will be 10. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to let you in a little secret, Tigo. You killed her. You fucking exploded her just like you did to Brennan. So, Luis Luet's headless corpse falls slamming into this pillar from the sky. She's dead. She's dead, Tigo.
Good.
This stormtrooper is going to take aim at Watchmaker one more time, and he's going to try the same thing. He's having it's a rough day for him, everyone. You gotta, like...
At least he's still alive. He should just, like, give up.
He's having a bad day. He wasn't expecting to be converted to chaos, like...
At all.
He was thinking, like, oh, man, it's like, I got, like, stuff to do. Sadly, demons. Aha! Okay, so he actually shoots you.
I will roll a dodge.
Does he have an escape mode? Nope. Okay. Watchmaker, unfortunately... Well, he only hits you.
I'll fate that.
Okay. He only hits you... Oh, never mind. Watchmaker's just like, nah.
No.
I don't feel like it.
No, I don't want to be the one that had the worst luck here.
I think that's Eve.
Yeah, you did kind of get a white phosphorus grenade to the face.
Yeah, it happens to all of us.
Chewie.
When I lost my face.
Strength plus 20.
Yeah.
Or...
Chewie pulls you. I would say probably like here.
All right.
And you're currently on fire.
Now you can stop, drop, and roll.
You can. You have to use a full action to do it. Or someone's half action.
Can Chewie lick it out?
Chewie can like do that thing where like a massive like barrels into you and just like pushes you down.
No, yeah, Chewie would push her back into the freaking smoke.
Gar, you're up.
Right? Gar was all excited to burn this flying obscenity out of the sky, but...
Try and melt to this dude.
Alive here. We got the stormtrooper up there?
Yep.
I think he's too far away.
What's the melter range on that pistol?
10 meters.
Oh yeah. Well, you can actually do it, but at a -10, I think, per like range increment.
I think that's still going to be like pointlessly far.
Okay.
So if I can get 10 meters, that's to here, and then it would be minus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It's kind of pointless. The ground like goes up here, right?
Yep, but there is a staircase. Well, sort of a carved, melted staircase here.
So one could take cover, like here from this guy, right?
Yep, it is it's a 3-meter high wall. So if you were to hide there, he would not be able to see you. Now, unfortunately, you're gonna have to make an athletics or acrobatics test to jump.
Oh, there is a bit of burning stuff there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Sure.
Horrifying.
Car's not very athletic. Maybe I can taunt them.
You could make like a taunt attempt.
Dear. Are we just dealing with the stormtrooper here right now?
Yep, one
Yeah,
last
it's just-
stormtrooper.
Could I say that it would enrage a heretical stormtrooper?
Hello.
May the God Emperor be with you.
We've been trying to reach you about your lasgun's extended warranty.
Geez, I don't know.
We're here with a recruitment offer from a better retinue.
I'll just be like, I don't know. Abandon heresy and come forth into the light, my child. Come to me.
Roll a command at a
Come to
negative.
me and be sanctified. We'll roll a command check.
Roll a command at a -20 because he is hostile to you.
But he might.
He could.
That would actually be kind of rad.
Do you have any bonuses that could like
Ignite your brazier
I ignite my brazier.
in the
Alright.
white phosphorus. Just kind of like dip a shoulder into it like you're a bear scratching yourself against a tree.
All right, you could ignite the brazier. You'd also have, because you already rolled that, you'd have to do like a fate point to attempt to command him like re-roll it.
Well, screw it. I'll use a fate point.
Okay.
It's thematic.
And your brazier adds how many points?
Plus 30.
Damn, Daniel.
So I'll roll it again at plus 10.
Okay.
Oh!
All right, this stormtrooper is commanded, so we'll get to him on his turn. Eve, you are going to take 2 points or 2 wounds from that fire.
Okay, because that's after my toughness.
Yep.
Okay, and then I have to do a willpower again.
To see if you freak out. Yes.
Did you get a
Oh,
plus like
God.
10 for it or something? Or is it just a Rosarius?
You get a plus 10 because of the Rosarius.
Yay!
All right, Eve. That was considered a free action as well, so you can spend your full turn to put yourself out to stop, drop, and roll,
Okay, I'm
Or
gonna stop,
do
drop,
it
and roll.
or just shoot him.
I'm gonna stop, drop, and roll.
Eve, stop, drops, and roll. You are no longer on fire.
Okay.
Watchmaker, you're up.
Let's see. That looks like it's the only hostile left.
Yep.
I will move to cover and I will start a half-action aim on him.
Okay.
I don't want to steal the limelight.
Maya Strauss is going to run forward and using her full move and like duck completely behind cover.
Shit.
Tigo, you're up.
How much damage is Eve taken? I take it she's not gonna heal up
4 wounds.
after this because there's really no time, right?
You could try a Medicaid test if you'd like, but
Yeah. I'll do it after combat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should be fine. I'll hold here, just watching the guy walk down to Gar.
All right. So you're just gonna like basically full action
Overwatch, I
aim.
guess. Is it like Overwatch?
There is an Overwatch, but that's like if somebody moves into your firing range, you just open up on them immediately.
Yeah, so I'll just like be on standby.
Okay. So you want to do like a full action aim?
Yeah, just watch him.
Right. So instead, Stormtrooper is going to move. He's gonna grab a grenade in his hand and he's gonna run towards Gar.
Oh.
Who has successfully taunted him.
I was kind of hoping he would step forward to be annihilated.
18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's going to make a athletics test to attempt to jump this. She does easily. Ooh, 11, 12.
Man, he was on the track team when he was in high school.
13, 14, 15, 16. He's going to move right next to Gar. But that's his turn. Chewie, you're up.
Chewie borks
Oh
aggressively.
god, is Chewie gonna get annihilated by trying to help here?
It is tradition at this point.
Heretics!
Just remember that Gar's weapon has friendly fire off.
It does. It does indeed.
Can I have Chewie try to run and grab the grenade?
It's just in the guy's hand. So Chewie can do a few things.
What can Chewie do?
Chewie can bite him.
Then Chewie's gonna get exploded.
I mean, he has to chuck the grenade first. The grenade has like the pin in it still.
Okay. Chewie, go for the throat.
Bark.
I'm gonna tell him. And
I believe Chewie can get to within range within a half action.
okay.
And then just roll to hit with his bite attack.
Borkhort.
The mandibles of justice.
Chewie should be a relic for the next group that comes along, or like a
No aim,
set
right?
of his armor.
No aim.
No, it's like a legendary cyber mastiff.
He's just been upgraded so many times. It's like the ship.
Was
the
that a
doggo of
charge?
Theus.
Oh, you can make it a charge if you would like.
Okay. Ah, Chewie.
Bork. Chewie like runs up and then like hits him with his butt.
Sniffs him. He boops him.
Yeah, Chewie runs up the guy. Boop, boop the snoot. Wait, what was I doing? And then
The guy's like, "Oh, cute doggy."
Gar, you're up. Jeremy, destroy
Oh,
this.
he's muted.
Oh, Jeremy, I think you're muted.
Oh, whoops.
Jeremy,
so
destroy this man.
is this him here?
Yes, it is. He ran up to attempt to like kill you in close range.
The fool! I burn him alive.
All right, go ahead and. How do you burn him alive? Do you use the melta or the flamer?
So, are these things half-action attacks? They are, right? So
You can do one half action attack per turn, unless you have like that special ability.
Which one was that?
I don't remember what it is. There's one that lets you like do 2 half action attacks per turn. Because otherwise you can only do 1 half action attack.
Well, first attack is.
But yeah, he is
First
within.
attack is for my melee things.
There's another one for like if you want to do like dual pistols. I just don't 100% remember what it is off the top of my head. But you can shoot him instantly, like with the flamer, or you can melt him because he's in point blank range.
He's in melting range.
I wish to melt him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your to hit with the melta, and because he is so close, the armor piercing gets doubled.
Jesus Christ.
It does indeed. Okay.
Is a grenade gonna explode from being melted?
The pin hasn't been pulled, so that's not gonna like.
It shouldn't be subjected to it long enough to cook.
Yeah.
No aim. Wait, actually, I can use a half-action aim. Why not?
Yeah, you could do a half action aim.
And this is indeed point blank. And this is a standard attack. Yeah. No modifier. Go. No. Ammo single. Go. No. Fire go normal. Yes.
Okay. Do you have an escapable attack or no?
I sure do.
All right, I don't think he can actually dodge that. He'll give it an attempt.
The old college try. Let's go, buddy.
The old Skull try. Nope, he's fucked. Gar, destroy this man, please. And roll damage.
Coming right up. That button is here.
All right, cuts through
Okay.
24 points of armor. That was a 43, so torso. So cuts down 11. Doesn't kill him, but you shoot out this horrifying torrent of just concentrated plasma fire, and it strikes, cutting through the entirety of his armor, hitting his chest, and he just screams in pain as it rips into his body.
Yes, feel the Emperor's love.
Don't you have like something else that like maybe you like does
He takes
follow up to finish him off?
11 points of damage. Takes 11 wounds.
I can only make the one attack.
Yeah. Plus you also use your other half action to aim.
I did.
Eve, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna shoot this guy.
Shoot him.
Who's dead?
So I'm gonna use my new bolt gun. I just do hit.
Yes.
I can do half aim.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Because you are...
He's in short range or point blank.
Oh, he's within point blank range of you.
Okay.
has his sights to
Standard
kill
or
you.
semi-auto?
Whatever your heart feels.
Standard is one attack with a plus 10 to hit. Semi-auto is plus 0 to hit, but as many potential hits as you have shots in the auto.
Yeah. Then there's some auto, which I believe is
At
3.
point blank, you're rocking a plus 30, so
I believe with the gun you're utilizing, it's a modified Godwin Diaz pattern.
So I have 3 hits.
You hit twice, I believe.
It says I use 3 ammo though.
You use 3 ammo because you hit him twice and one of them goes wide.
Oh, okay.
So roll, and it's tearing because it's a bolt. So
So
just...
twice each.
Yep.
Does she have any like? Did you put your modifiers like for any like scopes and stuff? I don't know.
There are no scopes attached to it beyond what I... No, I don't believe so. No. Oh, but either way, so 12 and 11 with pen 5, and that's a 6, so it's to its head. Jeez, a lot of headshots today. All right, so that's actually 5. Okay, so 7 and 6, 13. Eve, you blow his head up.
Yay!
good.
So this stormtrooper falls dead. The grenade just rolls away, hits this skeleton, and does nothing. You have successfully committed the sin of murder.
Again.
Sin.
I'm gonna add to my Stormtrooper ear collection because I already have 1.
Well, there's now you have it a second. Are you like...
I'm gonna get 2.
All right.
2
Cool.
more.
Tigo like picks up the grenade and tosses it at Watchmaker.
It's like a fucking snowball.
Is it a frag?
It's a frag, yeah.
Okay. And one more for the pile.
So, looking through the bodies, Louis Nuet had a power sword, a bolt pistol, and a large, rusty brass sword.
Let's not use anything they were using. Chaos tends to corrupt.
And looking over her headless corpse, you see that, yeah, these misshapen, leathery bat wings have, like, sprung forth from her body. They are raw, and, like, they haven't, like, grown out. They've, like, erupted out, leaving, like, a kind of, like, oozing wound from where they grew from.
Oh yeah, let me do my Medicaid test for Eve.
Yeah, roll that.
Uh,
Angser Brennan. He has
I forgot he existed until like today again.
a bolt gun. And
But he was
Watchmaker,
still-
looking over it, would see it as a motion predictor on it. He also has a grenade launcher loaded with, he has 6 stun grenades and 5 white fire grenades.
I think she's fully healed.
I'll take
Yeah.
the grenades because I don't think those are going to be as much of an issue as like wielding a weapon that they had.
Yeah. Eve is fine. She restores all of her hit points. All her wounds.
Sweet, thanks, Tico.
She's still reduced by 1 armor point on her torso because of that corrosive damage, unless somebody
tech
does a
use.
tech use or an armor monger.
Do let me check if
I
I
thought
actually...
you had armor.
If you have armor monger, you do it for free. You instantly restore it.
No, I think we winded up not doing that because it kind of assumed you were a Mechanicus.
Okay. In which case, if you roll a tech use test, you'll be able to attempt to fix it.
I can assist.
Yeah. Sorry, bear with me.
Bear with me.
Bear with me. I'll fate that with my last fate point for the day.
Oakley dokley. And Watchmaker is able to scrape off the remaining corrosive substance, and using some quick repair patches is able to get it back up to where it should be.
Sweet, thanks.
Also looking over Angser Brennan, you notice that where before he had some subtle Mechanicus implants, his flesh and the metal have melded together into like this horrifying like human cyborg mix where like flesh and metal have no discernible like separation between the two. The flesh is melted into the metal and the metal has melted into the flesh.
Nice. Well, not for him.
Not for him, no. I'm sure he was horrified by it, but what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah.
And with that, you find, without the horror of combat, you you can take your time to jump over the ignited coal seam, and looking down at the temple entrance, the stairway goes several hundred meters down in a very dark, just absolute darkness.
Nope. Who's ready to descend into dark?
And I think we will call it there for the session.
Whoa.
So, 200 XP for 2 hours of play, and we will pick this up next week.